Hi, my name is David Counts, and today I will be talking to you about IoT platforms. IoT stands for the Internet of Things, and this is a trend that we've seen recently where more and more devices are being created that are able to be connected and controlled through the Internet. We have smart things everywhere. We have video doorbells, we have smart appliances, we have smart wearables. All of these things are examples of the Internet of Things. And over the next few years, we're going to see more and more devices created that are Internet enabled. For example, Samsung has said that by the year 2020, 100% of its devices will be IoT devices. Let's take a look at an example of how a business could use IoT to improve its efficiency. Let's look at IoT in a farm setting. This picture here is a picture of a sensor platform that's been set up in a field at a farm. Sensor platforms like this detect things like temperature, humidity, soil moisture, soil pH, and other factors that are important in a successful farm operation. This one here in particular is a solar powered platform, and it can connect to the internet in a variety of different ways. It can connect over Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cell, or satellite networks. Now, in order for a platform like this to be useful, you're going to need a lot of them. Over a large-scale farm, there could be hundreds of these platforms monitoring different areas of the operation. And these platforms are transmitting data into a system in real time. There are even applications where there could be thousands of sensors deployed or even millions of sensors deployed, all transmitting data into a system. Now, it's easy to see where this data management will quickly become an issue for the people involved, and you can get overwhelmed by the amount of data that is being sent in. This is where the platform comes in. IoT platforms serve as a bridge between sensors and humans, and they do three main things. The first thing they do is run applications. The second thing they do is manage, aggregate, collect, collate, sort, and analyze data. And the final thing that they do is they manage device connectivity. They manage all the sensor platforms that are out there in the world and allow you to control them if need be. They're a very important part of the Internet of Things and managing the data that the sensors create. What are some different IoT platforms that are out there? Well, in our farming example, that was a platform that was developed by John Deere, and that's what's known as an end-to-end platform. It's a specific platform created to fill a specific need, and in that case it was farming. For those platforms to work, you need the hardware, you need the applications, and you need the platform all as one complete package. The good thing about a platform like this is that they usually do very well at what they're designed to do. But the downside is that you couldn't take your farming platform and modify it to do a different task if that's what you wanted to do. The good news is that there are options for other businesses out there as well. Another option for IoT platforms are open source platforms. This is where a developer can take a framework that exists and custom make it to suit the needs of a particular business or a particular industry. And the upside of this is that there's more flexibility in the hardware choices that the industry has or the software choices. The final option for IoT platforms are platforms as a service, and this is technology being developed by tech giants that you're familiar with. Think Amazon, think Google. And that is a service that they are providing to customers. So you don't necessarily need to develop your own platform in-house. You can use the framework that they're setting up, and it's a way for you to get your IoT platform infrastructure up and running in a relatively short period of time. The advantages to IoT platforms is that they allow data analysis in ways that we didn't have before. And this leads to increased efficiency in operations and lower costs in operations. Some of the disadvantages are that it's a very young industry, and over the next 5 to 10 years it's going to be changing a lot. There are security and privacy concerns with the platforms. With having so many networked sensors out there in the world, could these sensors be vulnerable to hacking? And there's a concern that as these platforms gain efficiency, there will be fewer and fewer jobs for people to do. IoT platforms are like bridges through clouds. They connect people on one side with sensors on the other side. They run applications, they collect, sort, and analyze data, and they manage the Internet of Things. They manage these devices for us. IoT platforms will become more and more important over the next few years as more devices are sold that are Internet enabled, as new ideas for the Internet of Things are developed, and more businesses incorporate IoT into their business models. Thank you.